we will pay homage to the Buddha by reciting Namo Tassa 3 times. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Sama Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Sama Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa
Namo
Bhagavato
Tassa
Arahato
Bhagavato
Sambuddhassa.
Arahato Sama Sambuddhassa.
So today we will continue 𝐾𝐚𝐭𝐞𝐿 Sutta. Before screen sharing, I should introduce the background story of 𝐾𝐚𝐭𝐿 Sutta. Then this one is delivered by the Buddha, asked by Supa, one of the young Brahmin. Then his father was Dodaya, very stingy father. The father taught the son not to offer anything. If you offer, just wasting your money, just wasting your property. So that means he was so stingy that he has very strong attachment to family and properties. But when he passed away, he was born as a dog in his family. So although Suba, a young Brahmin, didn't know the dog was his father, but he had special care for the dog. The dog also had a very strong attachment to Suba. But when Dodaya was walking or as a human being, he hated the Buddha. So he talked many bad or ill reputation of the Buddha. That means he speaks ill of the Buddha. Even the way he called the Buddha is not very polite. Then one day, the Buddha was going for alms wrong. When seeing the Buddha, the dog barked at him. The dog barked at the Buddha. Unluckily, at the time, Suba was not there. Then, when the Buddha said, Dodaya, you do the same thing when you are a human being. Now you are barking at me again. So mostly, the dog lived in luxurious place. When the Buddha revealed his identity, then the dog cannot live in the luxurious place. When Suba come back, why the dog's behavior is changing? There are many of housemates and workers reported what happened to the dog. He got angry. According to their tradition, their belief, his father will be reborn in the Brahma world. But now his father was born as a dog. He couldn't accept. Then he would try to argue with the Buddha. But when he talked about all the conditions, the Buddha just say very simple things. Okay, how many of treasure are missing after your father's death? And Suba also revealed this one, he cannot find. Okay, ask the dog. But you must ask him politely, respectfully. The dog will show you. Then he asked respectfully to the dog, we are hiding the treasure. Then the dog show all the hidden treasure. Then he believed in the Buddha from that time on because he got a lot of wealth. Then next time when he go and see the Buddha, he asked a question. It became 𝐾𝐚𝐭𝐞 Sutta. So today we are going to talk about 𝐾𝐚𝐭𝐞 Sutta. So this sutta could be found in Majjhima Nikaya. Also, we can learn many things about the Kamma there. He asked actually 7 questions, or we can also say 14 questions. Then he asked why 7 living beings have short lifespans. Why some living beings have long lifespans. Why some people are very healthy, some people have a lot of sickness. Some people are very good looking, some people are very bad looking, very ugly. He asked 7 questions. The Buddha just replying very simply. It is caused by Kamma. So as usual, the Buddha also used the Pali word Kammasaka. Kammasaka means Kamma ownership. Then Kamma Yoni, Kamma will be our destination. Kamma Bandhu, Kamma is our relatives. Kamma Bodhisana, Kamma is our refuge. So this is what the Buddha said in brief. So why did the Buddha said very briefly? Because the young Brahmin was very arrogant. He was very proud. If the Buddha say everything clearly, then it cannot make him humble. But the Buddha just say only the Kamma is relatives, Kamma is their refuge, Kamma is their destination, Kamma is their belonging. When he heard that, he was to know more in detail. Then he asked question. He could not understand clearly and deeply. He asked again. It made him humble. Then here the Buddha mentioned killing living beings. Living beings have short lifespan. So that means those who kill experience a short life in the future existences. This is the first answer. So there are many people, they just pass away when they are very young. There are some people, they can live very long. It depends on Kamma. So that is why when we have, if we say killing, right? We also have to understand many other explanations in the sutta. Actually, they are mentioned, not only he abstained from killing, he didn't use any weapons, any stick or stone or anything. This is one of the behavior of kindness. Not only that, he has compassion. But here in this case, he doesn't have any compassion. So wherever he goes, he may bring weapons with him. No kindness, no mercy. Then we can also say no metta, no compassionate. When we no compassion, when they have this kind of behavior, this kind of mindset, then they will kill living beings. Then it will make their lifespan shorter. Okay, 2. Causing harms to others make living beings poor health. So here again, those who harm or torture others are reborn with many sickness or many illness. So one more thing here. If we say harming, that means no compassion. In Bali we call vihingsa. with some cruelty. The mind is they have very strong cruelty in their mind. And they don't have any karuna, compassion. Cruelty and compassion are opposite. Although they didn't kill any living beings, but they torture living beings. Also, when they can bully somebody or some living beings, they will feel happy. When they have that kind of mindset or that kind of behavior, it makes a lot of sickness in the life. This is the second question. So now 3, harboring anger and hatred will make living beings unattractive. So those who frequently display anger and hatred become ugly in the future lives. Okay, here we should say a few things about anger. They may have very strong emotion. They can get angry very easily. Then because they are short temper. Although people say very minor things, they will get angry. Even some people make very small mistakes, they will get angry. So when somebody pinpoint or somebody point out their mistake, they will get angry. So when people have that kind of behavior, it will make them ugly. Actually, this one is very practical in modern society also, right? In our community, we have many people. Some of them are very easy to get angry. Actually, they look older. Compared to others, they look older actually. Not only that, they are not very peaceful. So we have many different types of anger here. So we have sometimes only short time anger. And we also have anger actually, right? But sometimes we keep in our heart very long time. That kind of anger has a more problem. It will make more problem. According to Sutta, we have 3 types of anger. The first one is writing on the rock. Strong scription. You can imagine? Strong scription. It will last very long. There are some people, they get angry. They keep their anger very long time. They keep their hatred very long time because they hold grudge against somebody. When they have that kind of anger, it will disturb their life in the samsara. It will make them ugly in the samsara. This is the first thing. We have second type. Inscription in the soil or in the sand. So you may have been to sandy beach. Sometimes the tide or the wave will wipe off the beaches, the sand. If we write some letter or some inscription on the sand, before wave come and wipe out, it will remain. When the wave, when tide wipe off the beach, then no more inscription. Similarly, there are some people, they have anger, but not that long. Only a few minutes, disappear. That means they don't keep hatred very long time. Actually, hatred is not really a big problem. If we keep hatred very long time, it's a big problem. Then another one, the last one. Writing a letter in the water. Okay, you can imagine how fast it will be, right? After writing, it disappears already. There are some people, although they are angry, but it does not last long. Within a few seconds, finish. No more anger. No more hatred. Okay, here in the case of anger, they also get angry easily. Even minor things, they get angry. Then not only that, they also hold a grudge against somebody. When we have this kind of hatred or anger, we will be ugly, not attractive. This is the power of anger or hatred. Okay, now we have to move the next one. Being envious and jealous, that means we cannot, the lack of, people become lack of influence. So people who are envious and begrudge others, as sex are reborn without power or authority. Actually, if we say jealousy, it will be easier, right? That means we don't want to see other people happy or suffer, happy or sad. This is called Isa. Sorry. And we can say, yeah, we can say, yeah, other people sad, right? We got Isa. Actually, this is the opposite of mudita. We cannot appreciate. We don't have sympathetic joy. So when we have very strong jealousy, or we're going to say, right, very strong envious, then we'll be reborn in the lower realm also possible, right? Not only that, when we are reborn as a human being, then no power, no authority. We can also say we cannot influence people. So if we can appreciate other people's success and other people's happiness, it will be opposite, right? We can be influential in the community. And not only that, we can also say one more thing. That means we may not have many companions, friends, followers, associates. This is also one of the problems. So you can also see many people in your community. If somebody is a very strong jealousy, that means they cannot appreciate you as such. Whenever you have some achievement, he or she talk about something better you or ill of you, then sure, you don't want to associate with that kind of people. This is the nature of Kamma. If we cannot appreciate other people and their success and their happiness, nobody will accompany us. Nobody will follow us. Nobody will agree with us. That's why there are many people, although they are very rich, they don't have good families, good friends, because of this one. This Kamma. Envious. Right? Another thing is because of the jealousy. Now, we can go to the number 5. Being stingy and misery, it causes poverty. So, those who refuse to give and are miserly are reborn and impoverished condition. Okay, in this case, we can say if we don't have dana, we can be poor. We can also say like that, right? But here we just talk about stinginess. So when we say stinginess, there can be many topics. Stinginess comes from our belonging. When we have many belonging, when we have many possession, then we don't want to share. This is also possessiveness. So for example, we have living place, then we don't want to share with anybody. Then we don't like some person that come or spend overnight in our living place, that kind of mindset, right? This is also one thing. Another thing is that also can be like a friend or family. And for bhikkhu, we can say like a devotees. For example, I have many devotees I don't want my devotee to go to another monastery, another bhikkhu. This is also called stingy, possessiveness. So similarly, I don't wish my student to associate with many good bhikkhu. Now, there will be exception. So I don't want my student to associate with bad people, bad bhikkhu. This is not stinginess. This is not possessiveness. But this is our responsibility. If we don't want our friends or family member or students or disciples to see somebody better than us, then this is called material, possessiveness. Not only that, for example, now earning, we can say gain, right? Actually, if I have to share my devotee to many different bhikkhu, so I have to share my gain also. So that means if we don't want to share the gain, this is also material. Then we have a one bhikkhu called Loskatisa at the time of the Buddha. Since he was born, he cannot eat enough food. He cannot eat. The past karma. In his past life, he has very strong possessiveness. He doesn't want to share his living place. When an arhat come to visit, the kuti donor, monastery donor also support an arhat. So he does not want to share. He didn't want to share his donors with an arhat. Not only that, the next morning, when devotee invites the bhikkhu to meal in his house, he does not wish him, the arhat, to come along with him. That's why he just go alone. So these are we call material. Not only that, actually, Bhavali, he also sent visual words to the arhat. And some of them very bad, right? Anyway, I will not say bad word here. The main thing is that possessiveness. So because of this bad karma, when he was born as a human being, another he also been born in hell, but when he has been born as a human being at the time of the Buddha, since he was born, because of one of the reasons why is excrement. Instead of eating food provided by my donor, you should eat excrement. Here, the kind of soya rain. Then his mind inclined to eat excrement. Although we offer good food, his mind does not incline to eat it. That doesn't happen. I'm sorry, this is not this is a Bujaka, sorry, no, not the one. Look at this as a disaster. Whatever he was, sorry. This is a very, very bad karma. Whatever he moved, that disaster. For example, he was born in fisherman family. All the fishermen cannot catch fish. Then they have to kick him out from the village. Go to here and there, he cannot eat good food. This is his akusala karma. Then finally, he was ordained as a bhikkhu. Then Venerable Sariputta was his teacher. Although he go for Pindapata, very few people offer him. Every day he does not have enough food. So Venerable Sariputta arranged properly. Properly means when somebody offer food to him, he just say, okay, send to the bhikkhu in the kuti. But on the way, they forgot where to send the food. They eat all the food and then go back. This is his past karma. Even when Sariputta sent purposely, then everybody forget. So when Sariputta also realized his karma is very bad, then in his death moment, when Sariputta go for Pindapata, he hold the bowl and ask him to eat. So you can imagine Venerable Sayadaw had to hold the bowl when he was eating. So if he himself eat, then food will be, maybe food may disappear, maybe, right? Then he hold. Okay, that is it. His karma, because of possessiveness, very strong possessiveness. Then this life is very miserable. This is it we call poverty, right? Even he cannot eat enough food until his death moment. Only one time in his life he can eat enough food. But this is it, the power of stinginess and possessiveness. Okay, another one is it, respecting others, low social status. Those who disrespect or despise others are reborn into low social position. Okay, here we should talk about mana. Mana means they may compare with somebody, whoever they see that they may think, I'm better than him or her, or that kind of mindset. Then, not only that, they may not show any respect to anybody. Okay, one more thing here, right? If we say respect, that means we must know the value of other people. If we know the value of other people, we respect. If we don't know the value of other people, we may not respect. So sometimes they may not think people are qualified enough. They may not think they are worthy enough. Then they may not think they are worthy of respect. When we have this kind of mindset, then we'll be reborn in the lower position, in a lower social position, right? Okay, one more thing here. This is also called mana, pride, arrogance, stubbornness also possible. So if we have very strong mana, very strong arrogance, we cannot respect anybody. So that kind of things make people lower. Actually, in our community also, we can see many people like that. Okay, some of my classmates, then when they finish school, they are very proud of their education. You know, sometimes when somebody say he's also actually right, that kind of, he had already passed that kind of examination, then some of our classmates were challenged that kind of educated people. Okay, that means they may have many questions to defeat that kind of people, right? Because he does not try to respect anybody, because to pass examination we have to try very hard. Okay, the main thing is when we don't know other people's value and their qualification, or if we don't wish to know their value and their qualification, we may not respect. When we know their value, or if we're interested in their value, we may respect. So respect comes from value. Okay, this respect comes from mana. Sometimes we have overconfidence because it's so important. Then when we have that kind of mana, actually, okay, for example, in this, for example, like a non-teacher, for example, right? If I don't study, and I'm strong enough, qualified enough, if I don't study new things, then my quality will decline naturally. And similarly, there are many people, they are very proud of their qualification. If they are very proud, they will stop there. Then if they study also, their knowledge becomes poison for them. Right? It's not useful for other people. Like to make fuel to be proud of. Put more fuel to his mind, to be more proud, more arrogance. Okay, briefly, if somebody is very proud, very arrogant, they are disrespectful, then they cannot be reborn in a higher status. So in our community, we can also see many people like that. Right? Okay, another thing. 7. Being indolent and unwise. So why people are unwise? Actually, this is one of the things. If we don't have wisdom, then we will be stupid in the future. So those who are lazy, do not seek knowledge, are reborn as intelligent beings. Okay, here we should talk about this afternoon topic. Right? We must find who to ask, what to ask. Sometimes we don't know who to ask, we don't know what to ask. Actually, if we want to learn from something, you must speak less, listen more. Right? So in my life, I also have met many people. Sometimes I have to listen to their Dhamma talk very long time. Actually, they just want to report meditation. They would have to listen to their Dhamma talk, right? Nama Rupa, Anicca, Dukkha, Anatta, this and that, and many topics. And less. So all I remind, okay, go to the point. Keep talking. Very long Dhamma talk, I have to listen. So that means, if we want to learn, listen more, speak less. So we must also know what to ask and how to ask. Sometimes the way they ask is not very polite. Then, of course, it's some not very polite, so we don't answer properly also. Because the way they behave is very bad already. Sometimes we just feel pity, right? Just feel pity for them. Although we answer, it's not sure he will accept or not. Okay, the main thing is, here in this case, they don't seek for knowledge. That means they don't ask any question. Although they met wise person, good person, they don't ask any. Then it makes them unwise. A few days ago, we have already talked about, right, some of the arrogance, right? Especially about Dhamma Talk. Listen to the Dhamma Talk, right? Sometimes we think that, oh, we are knowledgeable. Now we may not listen respectfully, properly. This is one of the things. Sometimes when we ask questions, they may answer very shallow level of the question, for example. I already know this one. Then we don't want to listen respectfully. They also give me one of the reasons, one of the conditions. Similarly, there are many things. For example, we have never experienced that kind of things, but we think we have already experienced. For example, we have never known Nama Rupa. If we think, oh, I haven't known Nama Rupa, not according to Buddha teaching, in my own way. Most people have that kind of mindset. I haven't known Nama Rupa my own way, not Buddha teaching. When we have that kind of mindset also, we may not listen respectfully, we're going to get new knowledge. Because we grasp something in our hands. So sometimes they grasp something, they hold something and ask questions. Actually, they don't want to get new knowledge. Right? Then in this kind of case, this is not good attitudes. That kind of people cannot be wise in the samsara. So these are negative. We have 7 questions or 7 answers. 1, killing living beings, and it makes shorter lifespan. 2, harming other living beings, it makes poor health. Harboring anger or hatred, it will make unattractive appearance. Also, then when we have jealousy, we may not have family, maybe friends, companion, associates. We're going to be influential in the community. If we are stingy, we become poor. If we don't respect, we will be in the low status in the social community. Then finally, if we don't know how to ask, what to ask, if we don't seek for new knowledge, we will be unintelligent in the samsara. Okay, one more thing here, knowledge is very wide. It also can be worldly knowledge. It also can be Dhamma knowledge. Okay, now we have to talk about positive. Conversely, the Buddha explained that cultivating these 7 types of wholesome karma lead to positive outcomes. Protecting life and refraining from killing, it will make people live long. Those who abstain from killing and protect life enjoy longevity. So at the time of the Buddha, there are many bhikkhus. They live very long. For example, Venerable Ananda, 120. Very long, right? Another is Visakha, 120. So Venerable Bhagula, 160. Very long. So because they are Kamma in the past, they can live very long. In the case of Bhagula, he had already offered medicine to the Buddha. Okay, that means offering medicine is also one of the way, right? To live long. Okay, now here, the main thing is morality. As I have mentioned in the negative part, when we say abstaining from killing, we didn't bring weapons to torture or to bully or to disturb people. This is also one of the parts. Another thing is that we must have compassion, kindness. This is also one of the parts. So if we don't kill any living beings with kindness or with, we can also say like compassion, then this will be, we get a good attitude. Sometimes now modern society, many people release fish, turtle, right, in the lake or in the river or something. Actually, in Vienna, it's very popular, right? Now, in Indonesia, it's very popular. They bring many fishes, release in the lake, and sanguine is not allowable, right? You're gonna do like this. Okay, that means sometimes they make aspiration, you know, by releasing their life. Okay, please, maybe, bring me longevity. They have that kind of aspiration. Actually, if we release the fish, some, okay, I have experienced one time in Vietnam. That means they go to the market, they buy many fish from the market, and then release in the river. That means they will be killed in the market, right? They release. Actually, there's one more thing. If we release this portion, then they will bring another portion to kill. Right? Anyway, the part we release is lucky enough that there may be another portion of fish will be unlucky. Okay, the main thing is, if we release with kindness, okay, this is the good thing. Then we are protecting the life. The son may see some animal in the trap, and we release with the kindness. This is more effective. Some animal, right? Then they are in the cage already, going to sell in the market. We buy and release. Okay, this is also possible. Especially like a white animal, it will be more effective. If CD, but like a bird in Myanmar, every pagoda they sell the bird to release. Actually, the bird cannot fly very far. They catch again, sell it again. It becomes business, right? Anyway, the main thing is, if we say protecting the life, it's not superficial. It must be real. It's not ritual. It must be real. So if we really abstain from the killing, not only that, we don't bring any weapons, we have kindness, mercy, that kind of thing can be more effective. Okay, now 2, acting with kindness or compassion. We call in Bali avihingsa, non-cruelty. That means we, even in our mind, we don't have any mindset, any mindset of cruelty. This is called kindness and compassion. So we don't torture, we don't bully anybody. Then if we don't harm and practice compassion, we will be reborn in a good destination. Also, we can be reborn healthily. Okay, opposite to that, if we kill or torture, so that kind of thing also can lead us to be reborn in the hell. Also can be in the lower realms. After that, if we are reborn as a human being, there we shorter lifespan. Actually, as animals, it can be shorter lifespan or unhealthy. This is the normal, right? So if we protect the life, then we're going to be reborn in the lower destination. If we are born as a human being also, we may have longevity. Also, we are healthy. Okay, now the third one. Practicing patience and loving kindness, it will bring beauty. Those who are patient and kind develop attractive features in the future rebirths. So here we should say kandi, patient, or forbearance. So here in this kind of case, we should talk about patience a little bit more. There are many, many types of patience. Okay, I should say very simple one. Although we have ability to attack somebody or respond somebody, but we don't respond with bad intention. Make our mind free. That means sometimes we say patient, but we keep in our mind. After a long time, it becomes very strong hatred. In the case of kandi, it means make mind free from hatred. So if we forgive, okay, it must be totally forgive. Don't bring the topic again. Don't bring his bad behavior or bad speech into our mind. That's called patience. Sometimes on the spot, we don't reply anything, but after some time, we recall bad behavior or bad speech or other people. We get angry in our private. This is not really called patience. We just keep in our minds, we just keep hatred in our mind, right? So if we say patience, make mind free. Don't recall any bad behavior or bad speech of other people. So that's also called kandi parami. So if we have very strong kandi, then there will be beauty. It's opposite of dosa. So I already mentioned 3 types of dosa. Dosa will cause ugliness, then patience will bring beauty. Maybe we can say good appearance. Okay, now a few things we have to continue. Rejoicing others' success and well-being, then it will bring influence and power in the community. So those who rejoice in others' success and are free of jealousy gain power and influence. So here we can also understand a few things. That means if we have mudita, something to join, or if we can appreciate, we may have more companions, more followers, more friends. Another thing is that we can be influential in the community also. Another thing is reputation. So yeah, in this case, we can also say reputation. If we have jealousy, then there will be bad reputation. If we have something to join, we may have good reputation. These are opposite. Now 5, being generous and charitable, then it will bring wealth. Those who give freely and practice generosity are reborn in prosperity. So here we had already mentioned, give freely. Freely means without any expectation we offer. So we may have many types of donation, many types of offering. Sometimes we just offer as a ritual. Sometimes we just offer because of relationship or some profit. This is not really called free offering or free generosity. So in Bali we call mukta jaga. Mukta means free. Jaga means charity or generosity. So make our mind free. Don't expect any return from the receiver. Without expecting any gain or fee. Sometimes in our modern community it's very bad, right? There are many people, they just show. They just offer for show. Right? Everywhere, this is the normal already. They come to the monastery, right? They may bring their telephone, then they will do selfie, just post into the internet to show they are doing good things. Actually, most of them does not have a good intention, just for popularity, maybe for show. There are some people, they may have good intention. They don't have time to spend like this also. They are busy with many things also, right? Practically, in this retreat, Kapyating is not free, right? Today and the whole day. That's what I know. Morning, also one event. Afternoon, Dhamma Talk. Then go to new place. Now Dhamma Talk again, right? Kapyating will not be free. You don't have time to show what you are doing, right? That means if real donor, no, they will be busy with many other things. They are more inclined to do this and that and many things, planning many things in their minds. They don't have time to show who they are, what they are doing, right? So that is why, okay, when we do dana, it must be real free dana, without expecting anything, gain or fame or popularity or anything. It will be more beneficial. Also, that kind of dana will bring prosperity. Okay, now again, 6. Respecting others, it will bring high social status. Those who honor and respect others are reborn into noble and high status family. Okay, one more thing here, right? If we say respect, we can say kārava, humble. Another thing is sometimes we are not very generous to praise other people when somebody is doing good, right? That kind of mindset is very bad. It will be similar to opposite of this one, not respecting other people, right? If somebody is doing well, trying very hard to do something good, we must praise them, we must support them. Sometimes we don't support, we don't praise, we just blame, criticize. That's a bad attitude, bad behavior. If somebody is worthy of respect, worthy of honor, okay, we must honor them, respect them, we must praise them. Then that kind of then will bring in the high social status. Okay, another thing is this is also opposite of mana. Humble, the opposite of mana. So that means in Bali we call kārava, respect. Also we also have nivada, humble. The two Bali words. Actually, these two are opposite of mana. If we respect or if we are humble, that means we don't have mana. If we don't want to show our respect, we don't want to show who we are, that means we are not very humble. But in our modern society, right, it's a little bit difficult for us also, right? That means we have to show who we are, our identity, our education, our experience, and many things, right? But actually for people it's very shameful. Okay, last year when I do retreat in Vietnam, to ask permission from the to submit permission from the government, I have to write my biography. Okay, now we're gonna use, right? Huh? Okay. So that means previously I don't write my biography very much in detail. So I just write, you may have seen my biography on the internet, right? Very short. But they say around 4 pages or something. A4, 4 pages or something. I have to write many of my activities in the monastery or many things, many other, right, activities in my life. The first time I have to review my identity. So that means most of the bhikkhu, we are a little bit hesitate to reveal our identity in detail. That's why now, okay, you can also practically know Pausaro identity, Pausaro's biography, right? After many years, only one biography, English, Chinese, Burmese, right? So mostly he didn't talk about his biography too much. Anyway, the main thing is when we say respect, that means we don't show our identity too much. But we just learn how other people's ability, quality, then we respect them. This is called Karavana Nivada, humble. Okay, now the last one. Diligent in seeking knowledge and understanding, it will bring wisdom. Those who strive for wisdom and learning are reborn with great intelligence. This is also normal. Okay. So if we go back to previous topic, they are unwise people, right? Somebody are reborn as unwise, then they are not willing to learn. So here in this case, they are willing to learn. Okay, one more thing here, right? Learning also we have many intentions. There are many learners, they just want to get certificates. Not for like knowledge or maybe for practice. Even in online life, we have that kind of bhikkhu. There are many people, they want to get certificates. If we learn something, they ask, what about certificates? Where can we use that certificate? They ask about certificate first. Right? For example, now my graduation certificate, right? It's not useful for any community. Only in bhikkhu community, right? Okay, anyway, they think about certificates. They don't think about practice. Then finally, they lost their goal. So practically, in Buddha teaching, we have different types of learning. There is one type of learning, like a snake catching. If we catch a snake, so hold it in the middle, the head also can turn and bite, the tail also can hit. If we hold snake in the head, then tail can hit. If we hold in the tail, then the head can bite. Snake catching. Mostly when we graduated, so we just learn this part, that part, the very beginning part, the last part, middle part. Now full version. Here and there. Like a snake catching. After that, we are arrogance, right? I have that kind of certificate, that kind of certificate, this kind of degree, that kind of degree. Then they don't know points are all over the body. This is the first type of learning. Snake catching. There are second type. So that means we call Nisaranatha for refuge. That means for practice. There are some people, they just want to practice. That's when they learn. So when they, after learning, they apply in their daily life. They practice practically. It's more effective, more useful. Not only that, there's another type. That's called Banakarika, like a treasurer. Treasurer, I will collect many valuable things. Similarly, there will be some arahat. Although they have attained arahatship, they just went to learn Buddha teaching, treasure, to protect treasure. They learn. So that means to attain arahatship, we don't need to be Tipitaka memorizer. Right? But there are many people, they learn Tipitaka. At the time of the Buddha, no, right? At the time of the Buddha. To practice, to blind in their daily life. Even some arahat, after attaining arahatship, they learn Tipitaka. So there are many learning like this. Okay, the first one, snake catching. This is not praiseworthy. This is not, right, real knowledge. This is a poison, toxic. So if we learn for practice or to protect or to maintain good traditions, good culture, there's a good attitude. That kind of learning can bring wiser in our future. Okay, these are 7 questions. If we say positive and negative together, right? The first one is why people are. Some people have very short lifespan, some people have very long lifespan. The answer is killing, abstaining from killing. Now we have a second question. Some people have very good health. There are some people, they have very bad health. They have a lot of sickness. Why? The main thing is kindness and cruelty. Another thing is there are some people, they are very beautiful. Some people are very ugly. Why? Some people have good appearance, some people have bad appearance. Why does this happen? It depends on anger and patience. Anger makes ugly, patience makes good appearance. Then there are some people, they are very influential in the community. They have a lot of followers and friends. There are some people, they don't have followers, friends, associates, companions. Why does it happen? It depends on Isa, jealousy, also sympathetic joy or rejoice in other success. These two will make difference. But there are some people, they are very wealthy, some people are very poor. Why does this happen? It depends on charity and stinginess. Another thing, there are some people, they were born in high social status. There are some people, they were born in lower social status. Why does this happen? That means it depends on respect or disrespect. Then finally, wise and unwise, it comes from seeking knowledge or not seeking knowledge. So these are wholesome karma and unwholesome karma and their result, according to Chula Kamma Ubenga Sutta. This is maybe the middle part of the workings of karma. So we can also find many other topics in the workings of karma. Also, there are also some part about vipassana. Sometimes vipassana, many parts. But that part will be very heavy. But anyway, I have to summarize all the things as much as I can, right? If we summarize too much also, not quite clear. If we say very in detail also, then it will be very hectic and very messy, right? Okay, so anyway, so we have already mentioned in the very beginning, the Buddha said, Kamma Saka, that means Kamma is our belonging. Kamma Yoni, Kamma is our destination. Kamma Bandhu, Kamma is our relatives. Kamma Bodhisarana, Kamma is our refuge in the samsara. So the first one, Kamma Saka, although we have many belongings now, when we pass away, we cannot bring our belonging. We can bring only good and bad karma to our future existences. Some of our karma will be parami. Some of our karma will be just wholesome. Some of our karma will be unwholesome. So karma yoni, karma is our destination. All the karma will send us to good destination or bad destination. When we have good karmas most of the time, or good action, good speech, good thoughts most of the time, then we may have better life, good destination. This is our yoni. Then Kamma Bandhu, Kamma is our relatives. Now we may have many relatives with us. Then some of our relatives become our enemy also, right? We quarrel with our relatives, we become our enemy also. They become our enemy also. Similarly, some of the karma, our relatives, kusala karma is a good relatives. Akusala karma, we quarrel. Then there will be good relationship in the future, bad relation in the future, right? Another thing is karma bodhisana, karma is our refuge. That means we must rely on our karma everywhere in the samsara. So that is why when we are going to accumulate good or bad karma, then we must also know the result, the benefit. There's also one statement. If people know the unwholesome karma will bear its result on the spot, in that very moment, they will not do akusala. If wholesome karma will bring its result on the spot, in that very moment, they will do more kusala. So since we have to wait until the time ripen, then we dare do good and bad both. Right? So we have to think about our benefit in the samsara. So we can also fulfill more barami if we are doing good. Okay, so I will close here. May you all be able to do dana sila bhavana, and may you all be able to fulfill the barami, and as a result, may you all be able to realize final cessation and suffering.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you, Sayadaw. Sayadaw, shall we proceed to the Q&A?
Okay.
Sadhu, sadhu. We shall read the question from the chat, Zoom chat. Question 1. Vandami Sayadaw, if we already know that all the needs of a bhikkhu have been met, but we want to give dana to him, please Sayadaw advise what kind of item should be given to this bhikkhu while considering for his welfare to sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
I don't know, right? This one is very wide. Right? So you have already know what he needs. Okay, you can offer. Right? It depends on urgent one. For example, okay, we have Bali school in Pao, for example, right? Also, we have many other Bali schools around Myanmar. In the Bali school, books are urgent. Similarly, pencils, ball pen, rulers, important, right? So these are urgent in the school. Okay, in a meditation center, it will be a little bit different. So since this question is very wide, I cannot say what you should offer, right? You should consider which one is more urgent of other one.
Thank you, Sayadaw. Question 2. Vandami Sayadaw, if we wish to be a person who could speak wisely, how can we train ourselves practically and efficiently in our life? Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Okay, actually, if we speak less, it's actually good enough. Right? Okay, one more thing. If you are free, do more chanting. Instead of speaking, do chanting. Okay? If somebody comes and speak because you are chanting, they cannot speak anymore. It's more practical. Right? So similarly, something, you know, on the plane, if I want to speak, I just close eye and just meditate. Nobody talk to me. Even, right? The flight attendant will not ask anything. Right? That kind of thing also can be, right? Sometimes we just read a book. That kind of thing also possible, right? So, okay, that means you must do something beneficial. And then you can stop speaking, right? It will be more practical.
Thank you, Sayadaw. Question 3. Vandami Sayadaw, we cannot control our mind. If upon seeing someone a spontaneous demeaning thought arises, what kind of karma will I receive? Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Demeaning thoughts me? Despise. No, despise. Okay, this is only the mind, right? Of course, this is the manojurita, right? Wrong thoughts. That means you have a wholesome mind in already there, right? That one. Okay, anyway, this is just mind. That you don't do any poly or bhava action, it's okay. Not so serious. Okay, sometimes before knowing somebody's ability and quality, we can despise also. This is normal, right? This is not a mistake. When we come to know the ability, then sure, at the time, we must not be arrogant too much. Okay? Next one.
Question 4. Vandami Sayadaw, if a meditator practice up to the dependent origination stage, will they be able to understand the workings of karma very deeply? Or they need to practice patthana as well to have very deep understanding of the workings of karma?
Because if we have practiced divine origination, we can understand deeper. Because we have already know karma ownership, how karma and its a result have their relationship. Then another thing is patthana. In the case of patthana also, that means patthana is a little bit deep, right? Although you don't practice patthana, it doesn't matter. But if you have time, okay, then for your parami, you're going to do patthana. You're going to do some patthana relationship. Okay. The main thing is that divine origination also good enough to know karma ownership, the workings of karma deeply. Okay.
Thank you, Sayadaw. Vandami Sayadaw, nowadays, for people who are ugly but have a lot of money, they can go get plastic surgery and become good looking. Does this mean that the results of her bad deeds have finished so she can turn into a beautiful person?
Actually, we cannot know the consequences also, right? After plastic surgery, how long does it take? How long they can be beautiful? We are not sure, right? Some it become very bad also. If something happen, right? Some mistake happen, it become very bad also. As far as I know, I have seen some picture of that kind of people, right? Okay, we can say that means they have good karma, that's why they can be beautiful. But if they are unlucky, they can be ugly again. They will be more ugly than before also. Next one.
Question 6. Vandami Sayadaw, Sayadaw mentioned not all things that happen are due to karma, past or present. But can we say every bad things that happen to us, whether due to own or others' negligence, is considered bad karma? Just now, Sayadaw mentioned some fishes are lucky and some are unlucky. So luck exists, meaning not related to present or past karma. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Actually, I have already mentioned, right? All the past karmas are waiting for present action. We also have set Payoga Sampati and Payoga Vipati. During that, we have already mentioned, right? Kala Sampati, Ubri Sampati already. Kala Ubri Vipati already, right? I already talked about this last night. Not last night, right? Maybe 2 days ago, maybe, right? Anyway, so when we have Sampati, right? Then, although we experience many bad things, we encounter bad karma, but not that heavy, not that much miserable. This is the one thing, right? Okay, similarly, in the case of the luck, right? Lucky or unlucky, right? It depends on their present condition also. Why they can see only the fish and the turtle in the market? There are many shops, right? Why they go and see the one? It can be their present condition also. We don't know how many of them are lucky. Okay, that means according to karma, according to past karma, we can experience many bad things, but if our present karma is good, we can release a little bit. It doesn't mean we are free. Similarly, if we have many bad karma in the past, if we are doing good in the present, although we have done very good thing in the past, if we are bad in this very life, good karma cannot give its result fully. That kind of thing also can happen, right? So it depends on somebody and vipati. There can be different result of karma. Okay. This one.
Question 7. Wandami Sayadaw, in this life, I have a chance to know, learn, and practice Dhamma, Sila, and Samadhi, and other kusala from Buddha taught. After learning this all, I know I'm the creator and only my own karma can protect myself. In samsara, there will always be people who done bad things to us, but because of I know Dhamma, I try to prevent not doing akusala karma. But as long as I'm putujana, life is uncertain. This life I may be practical of Buddha teaching. Next life maybe will be not, and being a person who always done akusala karma and have a wrong view. My question is how to prevent each life we can still remember Buddha's teaching and always doing kusala to prevent more akusala karma. Thank you, Sayadaw. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Okay. Actually, if you are doing for parami, you don't need to worry about it. Okay. So we have some inclinations of Bodhisattva or Pajjaka Buddha, future Pajjaka Buddha or future Arhat. We can say Savaka Bodhisattva, Sammasambodhisattva, Pajjaka Bodhisattva, right? Any of noble person or good person. That means who is trying to attain noblehood. So when we have a try in one life or maybe 2 lives like this, your mind will incline to Dhamma more. This is normal. We call achasaya, inclination. Okay, I have already asked many people, right? Who forced you to listen to the Dhamma talk? Your mind inclined. Who forced you to meditate? It comes from your inclination. So that means you have past karma, that's why your mind inclined to meditate. Your mind inclined to the Dhamma. Similarly, if you are doing good things in this body life, next like your mind will incline to good things. This is the normal. You can also understand the Bodhisattva's life. Whenever he was born as an animal or human being or divine being, he is very smart, very wise. Also, he's doing very well. Why? Inclination, habit. So that means our inclination will make our habit. It will make our inclination stronger also. Right? That is why, as long as you are inclined to good things, you don't need to worry about it. Okay? Every life your mind will incline to good things. Next one.
Question 8. Wandami Sayadaw, 1. Does the Buddha teach that going to war to protect our homes, loved ones, and property is morally wrong? 2. What are the causes and effects for someone who engaged in a war to defend the sovereignty of their country? Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Of course, Buddha would never recommend any war or anything, right? This, for any reason, even I have already mentioned about Pranadipata, right? Don't bring weapon. This is how the Buddha recommended his disciple. Okay? So for about Kamma, right? What are the cause and the effect of someone who engaged in the war, right? Defense. Okay, in this kind of case, we cannot know their mindset also. There are some people, they have good mindset, right? So if we don't fight against, our generation will become very bad. They have that kind of mindset. Some people, they want to just hold the gun, kill people. We don't know their mindset. That's why it's a very wide question. I cannot answer exactly, right? We can say it comes from their mindset.
Thank you, Sayadaw. Question 9. Chunan.
Wandami Sayadaw, when she heard the sayings that by offering needle, then he will get wisdom as there is effect. So the mind become very delighted to offer the monks needles. In this way of offering, is it pure? Does it have any lobha mind in it?
Neither. Actually, it's not what you want, it's what they need. Okay? Donation must be what they need. For example, if you offer needle to me, I don't need to use anything now. Right? So if you, for example, okay, if you offer to Paudoya, okay, the women need. It depends on what kind of needle also. Right? So okay, one more thing. Parami does not come from what you want to offer. Parami comes from what receiver needs. Right? If you offer what receiver needs, it's parami. Okay? So don't think about neither will make sharp wisdom or candlelight will make sharp wisdom. Don't think like that. Right? Okay, now many ritual in every Buddhist country. For example, at night we can lit candlelight. You may see in Shvedagong, they lit candlelight. Wisdom. Right? If we lit candlelight at night, it's meaningful. It's dark. We can say electricity. Right? Even in power, sometimes I just lit with the candlelight to say electricity. Right? That kind of thing will be okay. Sometimes we have to think about need or no need, right? If we need, we can do it. No need, don't do it. We must be wise in doing dana. It becomes parami. Okay?
Thank you, Sayadaw.
Next one.
Question 10. Wandami Sayadaw, if a bhikkhu does not need anything, can we still offer something, for example, robes, just for the sake of accumulating good karma to share merits with others or deceased relatives? Or is it better we do not dana anything? If we dana something to others who do not need them, does it mean the wholesome mind do not have wisdom? Even though we believe in the good karma of dana at the time of dana. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Okay. In this case, we can say urgent case. For example, your friend is sick, your family member is sick, and to share marriage or to make them rejoice, you may offer what according to their wish. Then you are fulfilling your relative's wish, your friend's wish. Right? In this case, it's okay. Another thing. Okay, this is how we have known according to Beta Watu, right? Vimana Watu also we have that one. There are some Beta, they don't have clothes. If we offer clothes and share marriage, they can release from that kind of miserable life. In this case, you offer a robe for the welfare of your relative, not for yourself. Right? Rosiba may not need, but that somebody needs that kind of dana. This is also possible, right? Okay, similarly, then Okay, for example, some of your relatives come to your dream, their bodies are naked. Please give me clothes, give me clothes. When they have that kind of, when you have that kind of dream, sure, you must offer rope. Or you might offer clothes if you cannot offer rope, right? This is we can say special case. Similarly, some of your relatives will come in your dream, say, please give me living place, give me living place. And then you must offer a building. Right? This is what your relative needs. This is a special case. You can do it. Not for your welfare, for the welfare of your relatives. Okay. If we talk about welfare, three things. The first one, Bhutatachariya. Bhuta means knowing. To know, we must practice. We must do it. We must fulfill parami. Another thing is Jnatachariya. For the welfare of relatives, we must practice. This is the one thing, right? Then Lokatachariya. For the welfare of world, all the living beings in the world, we must practice. This is also called Chariya. Okay? So that is why in this kind of case, it's a special case. It depends on what your relative need. You can fulfill their wish. It's not your wish. We can also agree also. Okay?
Thank you, Sayadaw. The next question is a Vietnamese question. Can we see the translation? Vietnamese Sayadaw, there is a lay devotee with a heart devoted to supporting the Triple Gem. This person has bought a piece of land with a temporary house on it, located in a mountainous area. He has the intention to offer it to the Sangha as a resident and to support the basic utilities like electricity and water for the monks to stay and practice meditation. However, the land is quite far from where the layperson lives, so at present he is not able to provide daily cooked food for the monks. As such, the monks would have to go on alms round every day. But in many regions of Vietnam, people are not familiar with Theravada Buddhism, so they may not know how to properly offer food according to Dhamma. Venerable Sayadaw, in this case, if the layperson clearly offer only the resident to the monks, would that still be considered meritorious and beneficial? I respectfully seek your kind guidance, Venerable Sayadaw. Please kindly advise me. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Okay. In this kind of case, you offer the land. This is the dana already. Right? So that means you offer resident. This dana already, right? It's beneficial for receiver. Is it good enough? For other facility, of course, if you can provide, it's much better, right? Now we have we have two types of dana, right? Okay. I mean, like offering very simple things, offering with all the facility. For example, if you offer the rope, then you also offer, okay, Asian time when they offer rope, they offer the piece of cloth, right? They offer the cloth, at the same time they also offer the thread to sew. They also offer needle. This means Sabarivara Dana. Okay, similarly, okay, empower practically. Although we say Kuti donor, almost all the Kuti donor do the same things. That means they also offer Buddha statue there. Furniture also there. Actually, if they offer only Kuti also, it's possible actually. We must provide all other furniture from the monastery also, right? But anyway, many of donor, they also offer Kuti, they also offer furnitures, Buddha statues, including like a pillow, blanket, mosquito net, everything. So this is called Sabrivara Dana. Okay, so that means you offer the land, this is the one Dana. You offer Kuti, this is another Dana. You offer furniture, this is another Dana. Of course, if you offer food, this is another Dana again. Okay, in this kind of case, your Dana is okay.
Thank you, Sayadaw.
Mandami Sayadaw, yesterday Sayadaw mentions that Dana, Sila, Bhavana is something we should do in our life, in the journey of our life in samsara.
Sure.
So, and Bhavana can speed up our journey towards our destination. So, what is the functions of Dana and Sila then? Since Bhavana can speed up our journey.
Actually, I
So
have
this
already.
is first question.
Okay.
Second question is, since we are going to go around the samsara, why is that we cannot remember what we have done in our past?
Actually, I have already explained yesterday also. Dana is a provision. Okay, then when you are going to travel, you will bring many things, right? Food, clothing, everything. On the way, if you are hungry, you can eat. If you are thirsty, you can drink. You may provide many things on the journey, right? So dana is like provision. So then if we have dana, we can live freely. That means we can earn easily, we can survive easily for surviving. Okay, sila is like a dignity. You can also say, if we have sila, you can be influential in the community. Right? Sometimes we are just follower. We cannot lead anybody. Sometimes we can lead people. It depends on our ability, our quality, right? Okay, that means when you have sila, you will be influential in the community. If you don't have sila, you will not be influential in the community. You can practically know in the community, there are many people, they are super rich, mega rich, but they are not respect worthy. Right? Nobody respect. When knowing the way they earn or the way they live, nobody will respect. There are some people, although they are not that rich, they are respected by many people. So that means, okay, if we say easier way, dana will bring a wealth in the samsara. Sila will bring dignity and influence in the community. Then bhavana will speed up to go faster. Okay, this is actually last night I have already explained that one. Okay, another one. The question is it? I'm gonna remember, right? That one. Okay, if we have very strong ignorance, we cannot remember. You know, in the very beginning of the workings of Kamma, I have already mentioned hinder craving. Sorry, hinder ignorance, fatal by craving. We have to go around samsara, right? So then if we have very strong ignorance, we cannot know many things in the past. If we have less ignorance, we can know past lives. Actually, in Buddhist community, there are many children, and many kids, we can say many kids. They can remember their past life also. Right? Actually, in your community also, you may have that kind of kids. Right? They have special quality. They could remember their past life. That means they have less ignorance. Okay?
If there is a meditator, he practices samatha until 4th jhana, but because of sickness, he cannot continue to finish all the samatha course. So in this situation, can she switch to vipassana practice in order that she can discern the nama rupa and attain the Arya Satya, for Noble Truth?
Actually, if you can find a way to improve better, it will be more effective for vipassana. Right? So that means you have to find the solution. What's the big problem? Right? Then if you can know the obstacle, you can also find the solution. Then after that, if you have better concentration, you can do vipassana smoothly. So if you cannot find any solution, then okay, it's also possible to go to vipassana. But we cannot say it will be successful or not. But the concentration power is different. Okay, next one.
Thank you, Sayadaw. Sayadaw, now is 9:30. We still have.
Nami Sayadaw, how to understand heavy karma in the past that give rise to lighter results at present. For example, he have just gone to the monastery to offer to the Sangha. Once he come back home to take bath, he slipped down, fall down in the bathroom, and the head is injured. But there is not much big injury, not much problem. Is this because of his dana to the Sangha? This kusala karma have prevent him to experience bigger problem.
Okay, this is a possible yoga somebody, right? Not only that one, actually, there are many other yoga somebody also possible, right? Not only that one, right? Though we cannot know the mindset of that person also. Most of the time, if somebody has good mindset, good attitude, sure, maybe, although he has had to encounter a very unlucky condition, unfortunate condition, that he can be lucky. Okay, next one.
Thank you, Sayadaw. Sorry, continue.
How many questions?
Sayadaw, another 4 or 5.
Okay, continue.
Okay. Question 15 is a Vietnamese question. Venerable Sir, may I respectfully ask, how can we know if a practitioner has eliminated personality views, Sakayaditi, doubt, Vicikiccha, and attachment to right and righteous, Silabbata Paramasa? I sincerely pay respect and gratitude to you and the organizing committee. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Okay, so the part about identity view, Sakayaditi, so we have one part of practice in Vipassana we call the Visuddhi, right? Purification of view. Thereby we have to decide Nama Rupa together. So if we can break down the competitiveness, then we can also subside Sakayaditi and the power of Vipassana. This is the one part, right? This is by Vipassana, not yet Sotapanna. The part about doubt or Vicikiccha. Actually, when we can practice God-experiencing knowledge, there will be many other ways of deciding cause and effect relationship. Now we may overcome and talk about the past, present, and future. This also by the power of Vipassana. The what about Silabbata Paramasa, right now ritual, right? Actually, if we can do some cause and effect relationship also, we can overcome, right, that kind of things, right, in ritual. But when we can tame path and fruition knowledge, is very clear already, right? Okay, one more thing. If we say Sakayaditi, there are actually 20 types of Sakayaditi. Actually, in the very beginning of Dhamma, the Bhagavad Gita, I have already explained that one. So in the case of doubt also, there are 16 types of doubts. We have already mentioned before. Okay, now today we have to talk about right and ritual, right? So there are many practices not that much useful. That means not useful for improvement, not useful for purification. If we follow that kind of practice, this is called right and ritual. Okay, now since this is a Vietnamese question, right? I should say, if somebody say, I can read your mind, I can give you direct teaching. And if you believe, don't, that kind of thing, so this is a right and ritual. Right? So that means nobody can purify your kilesa, your defilements. You must be defined by yourself. Maybe somebody can have you to practice smoothly. can guide you to practice smoothly, only that, not more than that, right? So if somebody say, right, I can read your mind, I can teach you to define the definements within a few minutes, a few weeks, or a few days, or a few months, don't believe it. Okay? Okay. Here I should say a little bit easier way. If you can practice Nama-rupa clearly, you can overcome Sakaditi. If you can discern their causes, you can also overcome the doubt. At the same time, you may not believe running a ritual because everything comes from your practice, right? Next one.
Thank you, Sayadaw.
Vandami Sayadaw, if someone in his mind have some things tied on, cannot release, some worry, and because of that, he cannot focus. How to recover so that he can continue with his focusing?
What? I'm not quite clear. Huh?
Something tied in his mind.
Tight in the mind.
Something in his mind that he keep on worried on.
Okay.
So how to remove this so that he can continue to focus?
I don't know what kind of thing happen also, right? So, okay, it depends on what kind of worry, what kind of anxiety you have, right? There can be many different conditions. Like for example, some you may be worried about many unnecessary things. This is unnecessary worry also, right? If you have necessary worry, okay, this is the problem. Some of the cases you cannot solve, right? That if you worry about this kind of things, it will be endless. Some of the cases you have solution, okay, you can solve this problem first, then you can release, you can continue practicing. It depends on the problem you have. I cannot know how to answer this question, right?
Thank you,
Next one.
Sayadaw. Question.
Vandami Sayadaw, she in the normally she have these habits observing the sila and meditates and try not to get in touch with the external world. Even outside of meditation hour, he still can feel the flow of the mind and piti spread all over the body. And what is this actually?
I don't know how to answer this question also. Right? I mean, cannot feel outside body, outside world.
No, he means he has these habits to observe sila and meditate and try not to contact with the external world, means try not to contact with other people. So he has these habits. So even outside of meditation hour, he can feel the flow of his mind and can feel PD spread all over the body. So what is this experience?
I don't know. Right? I cannot read your mind, so I don't know. Right? Okay, next one.
Thank you, Sayadaw. Question 18. Vandami Sayadaw, after interacting with someone, we notice patterns in his or her behavior such as snobbish, easily agitated, and overly dominant, and that leads us to believe a positive and peaceful relationship is unlikely. So even if we have truly let go of all grudge, is it still reasonable to associate with someone who displays negative traits described above? Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Actually, in this kind of case, it depends on yourself also, right? But sometimes, okay, we can avoid that kind of people. And we might associate, right? So sometimes, okay, although they do very bad We can forget, okay, we can let them go, everything. Let our mind free. If you are that kind of strong person, okay, you can keep associating. It doesn't matter. Sometimes it can affect your practice also. Right? So if it can affect your practice, I don't recommend to associate with that kind of people. Sometimes if you cannot avoid, okay, you can communicate verbally, bodily, but don't associate mentally, wholeheartedly. It will be better for your improvement.
Thank you, Sayadaw. Sayadaw, if we donate something to others who do not need them, does it mean the wholesome mind or consciousness do not have wisdom, even though we believe in the good karma of dana at the time of dana? Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Okay, there will be some condition, right? You believe, okay, by offering this kind of marriage, it will bring, right? This is a good karma. Okay, I mean, you can have that kind of mindset. We can say also wisdom. But, okay, for parami, we have to think about it. Not all dana are parami. Okay, so when you have karma ownership knowledge, this is the wisdom already. That means all the jnana samyutta karma is not parami. In the case of parami, we must think about other people's welfare. I have already mentioned foundations of parami. Many times I have already said that one, right? 2 foundations. Mahakaruna, great compassion to our living beings. Compassion means we don't want anybody suffering. We just want to remove their suffering. This is the karuna, right? Rather the upaya kosala, ski and fulfillment. We must be skillful. We must know how to fulfill. So that means when we are going to do offer, we must know how to offer effectively without wasting our property. Right? When we are going to do sila also, what kind of aptitude should we have? What kind of aptitude should we have when we offering or doing dana or doing sila or anything, right? That kind of things can be considered as a upaya kosala, skill. If we have skill, it becomes parami. If you don't have that kind of skill, it's not parami. Okay? You can do dana. For dana parami, it's no guarantee. Okay?
Thank you, Sayadaw. Sayadaw, what suggestion do you have for someone who may be experiencing possession or a curse when his career and family life are messy? Can he chant Atanatiya Sutta during daytime to avoid hurting the innocent beings? Non-human beings are believed to only come out at night, correct? Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Okay, this one also a little bit hard to believe, right? If something, okay, it's really true. Actually, you can start with metta. It's really true, right? You can do metta. This is the very beginning of solution, right? You can also do Ratana Sutta, Dajaka Sutta. It will be in the very beginning, right? But sometimes it's not come from the cars or anything, right? It just comes from your life, your lifestyle. In this kind of case, you might change your lifestyle. Right? Sometimes it's man-made problem. It's not a cause. Okay?
Thank you, Sayadaw. Last question. Question 21. Sayadaw, in Buddhism, what is good and beneficial is difficult to do. How should we prepare our mindset to tackle this challenge? Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Okay, so if we say beneficial and difficult to do, actually all the kusala are very difficult to do and beneficial. Okay, practically 5 precepts. You will practically know how difficult it is. It's really beneficial, right? Okay, the Buddha himself also talked to his disciples. So do kusala. If it's easy, I want to encourage you to do kusala. It's difficult and beneficial. That's why I encourage you to do kusala. The Buddha himself said like that, right? So if we say good and beneficial, that means kusala. Difficult to do also kusala actually. And not only that, okay, we can also say like to give up wrong thing, to avoid akusala also, right? It's good and beneficial, or very difficult to do. That's why what I say, avoid akusala do kusala. Both of them are good, beneficial, very difficult to do. Okay, you can practically see in your community, many drunkard. Although you say it's very bad habit, don't drink, they will not stop. Not easy to stop also, it become habit already. Very difficult to do, right? Although they know it's a bad, they cannot change. Not that easy. Okay, that is why, if we summarize, we must be ready to face all the difficulty to be good. So to do good also, we have a lot of difficulty. So to avoid bad, then also we have a lot of difficulty. We must be ready to face all the difficulty, right? Otherwise, we cannot be good. It cannot be beneficial. Right? Okay.
Thank you, Sayadaw. Sayadaw, we don't have any more questions today.
Okay.
Okay, shall we stop the session?
Okay. Then.
Okay. Sadhu, 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 Sayadaw. Thank you very much for your valuable teachings today. And thank you all our interpreter Bhante for the translation. May we now invite Sayadaw to lead us in making aspiration and sharing of merits. Sadhu,
Okay.
sadhu.
Now we can start, right? Itawada ja'amehi
Itawata cha'amhehi
sambadam punya sambadam
sambadam punya sambadam
sabbe deva numodandu
sabbe deva anumodantu
sabbe buddha numodandu
sabbe bhuta anumodantu
sabbe satta numodandu
sabbe satta anumodantu
sabba sambati siriya
sabba sambati siddhiya
idame nyatinam hotu
idame nyatinam hotu
sukhita hontu nyatayo
sukhita hontu nyatayo
idame nyatinam hotu
idame nyatinam hotu
sukhita hontu nyatayo
sukhita hontu nyatayo
idame nyatinam hotu
idame nyatinam hotu
sukhita hontu nyatayo
sukhita hontu nyatayo
idame punyam
idame punya
asawakaya
asawakaya
waham hotu
waham hotu
idame punyam
idame punya
nibbanasa
nibbanasa
pajayo
pacayo
hotu
hotu
mama punya bagam
mama punya bagam
sabba sadanam
sabha satana
bhajemi
bhajemi
te sabbe
te sabe
me samam
me sama
punya bagam
punya bagam
labandu
labantu
sadhu
sadhu sadhu
sadhu